I'm stepping into the next question. And again, I want your perspective. We'll kind of do this power together. But what's the role of AI specific to ESG as you see it, Jangu?
I think if you look at AI and the use cases which are developing, it works best when you have mountains of data and you want to make sense out of it the way you want it. So that same mountain of data, you may want to look at it and interpret it in one way, and I may want to look at it in another way. Both may be right or wrong. That's a different story. But AI has the power to do that. And I think the power of AI within ESG is enable people to have disparate views, but at the same time, an objective lens around things which are quantified, measurable. And then, as you mentioned in your roadmap, if you go down the path of ESG scoring and reporting, I think AI can play an extremely important role over there, because we are in the world of generative AI, and the more data you have, and there is historically a lot of ESG is brought together now, but fundamentally corporations have a lot of ESG going on for decades now. So there is a lot of data available from the past, and on an ongoing basis, anything that an organization does will actually come or some of the other umbrella of ESG. So I think AI and the way you have charted the journey can play an extremely important role in mining all of that data, making sense out of it, and helping you make better decisions. Because at the end of the day, what do you do with data and analytics? It should not be for the sake of it. It should be leading to better decisions which create value for you and your organization. So I think that's where the path on AI which you're following could add a lot of value, Shalini.
Thank you, Jangu. And you said it that it should lead to better decisions and better quality of the business that you get, whether it's fiduciary in nature in terms of financial profits, or it is trying to set you up for a long, sustainable journey. Because even companies have a life. I told you that our framework is highly customizable, whether it's from setting the weights for ESG, whether it is from setting up the query with different keywords which map to the different ESG frameworks, whether it is the selection of the sources and their weightage, whether it is, your news is on text or title, all of those things I did mention. But one thing we do exceedingly well is we use something called machine learning as a service. Now, of course, our AI comes powered by our AI models. And also I use Gen AI. So I'll come to that context. But machine learning as a service allows me to integrate different AI models. So my default models are, based on something called Roberta, which is a transformer-based architecture for getting all my sentiment, topic classification, named entities, keyword extraction, which is all feeding into my system. But if I want to use a third-party model or a proprietary model, all I have to do is plug and play. So it's very easy for me to go with the evolution of AIs. That's another big customization that I wanted to highlight. And then I also use a lot of Gen AI. So if you see at the bottom here, you can see that all the news and the tweets are all in my system. I don't need to go out here. I can click on them and it'll open up those news items. I can download these news items. So if I click here, it'll download. Okay, you'll see something popping up. And I can feed it to Gen AI for generating my ESG report or for summarization. So I use both Gen AI and transformer-based models that are latency, because I have to read a high volume of news in social media in near real time. And that can't be done by open source Gen AI kind of models. I use transformers. So that's something on the AI side for us. So that's really where I feel that with the marriage of AI, and I think this ESG field will mature much faster now